My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off, I don't know why, blocked me on social media, and right now this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
Joe Blackula.
You recording? Dad, you touch! You know, like, hookah. How's my hair look? Stop it! I'm straight raw. Stop. I just need something to get my mouth juicy. Wow. I don't get no experience in it. I better prove everything you use. Oh, say. What? You not throwing me off. What did I say? God, 2 minutes.
Joe Blackula.
Sir Joe's juicy mouth.
I just moved my lips.
That was enough.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Get up in here!
What's good with it, people? I am he and he is Q My Drop.
Joe Blackula.
That's what it is. And
I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
I want to put this out there. Here's another thing that I want to say, because this needs to be said. Don't you think women need to stop destroying the relationship between fathers and children because they not with the dad?
Of course, that should be a charge. Mm-hmm. Sabotaging a kid's relationship with a parent should be an abuse charge.
I agree.
If you falsely accuse a parent of doing something that they didn't do, molesting, beating, mentally abusing a child.
If you can't prove any of that, right.
Yeah, I mean, that should be a charge, man. We're destroying kids. There are certain people who don't have the ability to love because their parents destroyed that potential.
okay, I get what you're saying, but I don't. Okay.
Like when she's gonna call, like if she starts to want to talk to you, see you, and people see this video, which is the whole purpose of it, want somebody to see it. I just don't want her to get any backlash now from what she said before, and we know it's true. So that was just my thought I wanted to put out there, because I know you want to like burn.
No, well, that statement was more about the instability of her household. This is me building the history as far as what I'm going through now, because those were the seedlings, the initial reasons why I'm probably going through now. So honestly, right about now, man, I'm like, kill them all, let God sort them out.
Right, but we don't want Justice to be a part of it.
Okay, then how about I say this? The history of where my daughter is feeling right now probably started in, let's say, 2015. A lot of parents, when they are at odds with each other, will tell the children negative things about the parent. Yeah. For whatever reason. I'm definitely a victim of that. If it started at a certain time, and if my communication has been cut off, and you're constantly telling this person all this negative stuff, man, you go 5.5 years without seeing someone, man, that person then came up to their own conclusion. After me setting up all of that, then I'm gonna figure out some kind of way to kind of bring it all together. I mean, because I could easily just got on here and just clicked out. With the facts though, with the current facts. But I needed to set all of this up because of the fact that I'm talking to my daughter. I need for her to know that where things are, I didn't create this scenario. The reason why you haven't heard from me since October 14, 2018, that was not my call. I didn't create that. I've been concerned about my daughter since the last time I saw her in 2018. I don't like talking to people about this scenario. I'm gonna keep it a buck because either people don't really give a shit, they can't do anything about it to help me, they won't do anything about it to help me, or they just ask me a bunch of questions, and that's bothersome to me. Look, as a black man, I get it, you wanting this information, but it's like first you sprinkling salt on the wound, then you pouring lemon juice on it. It's like, God damn, I really need for you to get an understanding for this scenario quicker, please. Because you're killing me. And this is very painful for me. First of all, I'm constantly thinking about my daughter at least every 15, 20 minutes. Constantly. She's my namesake. She's J-O-W, I'm J-O-W. My father was J-O-W, my grandfather was J-O-W. She comes from that lineage. You got to have a heart like Hitler to be a father and to have a daughter and say to yourself, I'll just let the wind deal with it. Yeah, damn that. I'm not from that, and I'm not that person. From my mouth to Justice's ears, God damn it, I was cut off. I'm not sugarcoating this. You have been lied to. So 2023, and I've been expressing some thoughts silently to Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly sitting next to my left here. She was like, look, she was from the ride down on them, let's ride down on them. And I'm like, all right. And we did from the last address we had that I had, scoped out the crib, hoping Justice come out. If she was still there, come to find out Justice wasn't there, they didn't live there. Our plan B was to go to the court, go deal with the court system. They opened up at 8 o'clock. We might have got over there about 8:30. Went through the process of me filing the paperwork because I didn't know what to file. And they told me, after when I explained the scenario, they said, okay, well, you want this. It's okay, and we went from this station to this room to that floor to that floor, and might have did laps around that building, but we got everything taken care of between 9 that morning and after lunch right about 1 o'clock. Took care of the necessaries. That was in May of 2023. They said, okay, you'll get a thing and it'll tell you when the court hearing is. It might be a minute. I don't give a shit. I need to take care of this legally. September of 2023, got the hearing. They let me know they couldn't find Precious Angel Parker. Not surprised. I just leave it at that. And then we found out, we found out while we were there from people that were there that let us know, like, yeah, she ain't even stayed in Wisconsin and she ain't been here since 2021, I think. So I'm immediately like, what the hell, man? So had a court hearing, they tell us about this GAL, which is a guardian ad litem. Google it.
We finally got that.
Yeah, I got it because or GAL, and I know the litem because in my mind I'm saying the word light 'em up. So light 'em. Oh, I'm gonna light her ass up.
Jesus. What you're saying is a woman can have a child with a man, receive the child support every month, move to another city on their own, take the child, and they don't have to communicate with the father or with the courts.
Clearly.
Or with child support. Clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
So child support just, hey, we're just gonna send this money. So nobody checks on the child. Like, let's just talk about just generalizing, because there's so many of you out there. Like, it's so many, you're gonna help so many people with this. What if something's happening with the child? So somebody checks to make sure that the money come out your check, but nobody checks to make sure the receiving end, that the money is receiving or whatever, they just put it. And then nowadays, it's like no more paper check. So this debit card, you can debit this month, any city, any state. It don't make no difference. And that's what's really bad, the system. The system is set up to fail the fathers, and there's some mothers who are paying child support to their kid. It's failing them because nobody's checking on visitation.
Because honestly, initially my thing was, hey man, I'd rather y'all just take it than I'm getting subpoenaed. Because I have been to court. Matter of fact, I was supposed to have gone to court in 2016. And I remember because I couldn't go because I was in ICU. It was in my court date was around Thanksgiving, but I was in the ICU recovering from brain surgery because I had complications. Pretty much whatever they taking out my money now is what the hearing was for, because I wasn't there to agree upon whatever amount that they were gonna take. I couldn't dispute it, but it's my daughter. Fine. When I got employed, hey man, y'all take what you wanna, I'm happy for it. But I'm realizing at some point in 2023 that this system is designed for the child support system to get whatever it is they supposed to get. They can care less than a damn about the relationship between the child and the father. Here was the rhetorical question that I asked myself in anger. If Precious Angel Parker ain't even in the state of Wisconsin anymore, why are y'all still in my pocket if this really technically ain't got nothing to do with y'all? Because clearly they get a cut of that. You can't tell me that they're taking this money from me and just giving all of it to Precious Angel Parker. I know better than that.
There's gotta be some kind of percentage.
They're getting something from it.
How people
or else exactly. They wouldn't even be a division of this child support, child services, whatever the hell division, if they wasn't getting something from it. So at first I'm mad, like, well, what the hell? Why are y'all still taking my money? Because it's their money.
And really, like in this one, Precious, she didn't even tell them. Like, I think you are telling them by your research tactics. You the one that's sharing it with them, which is gonna really save you, because if the mother don't say I move with the child, how do child support know? Because they don't do no random checks, which is burn up.
My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off. I don't know why. Blocked me on social media, and right now, this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father, Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
We gotta do some more Jointly Disconnected.
We really do.
Yeah, I think we got a lot to talk about. Jointly Disconnected, coming to a TV near you soon.
Coming to a distributor.
Coming to a distributor near you soon.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Get up in here!
That's where the content gonna come in at.
That's a dope plug.
Yeah, it is. That's where the content.
I believe that as long as we all have social security numbers, you can't tell me that Big Brother don't know where we are.
But is that child support?
I repeat, you cannot tell me, as long as we got cell phones, as long as we got debit cards. We just learned when we went to Wisconsin in 2023 that they've eliminated the paper check and that they got a debit card. So you're telling me that as long as this woman is still accessing that card in somewhere, you telling me that you don't know that this woman ain't in the state of Wisconsin no more? I call bullshit, period. I know that they knew where they were. Legally, they could say, well, she ain't even here no more. Why would they cut their own nose off to spite their face? Why would they say, she ain't here no more, we gonna cut him loose?
And if she ain't reporting it, we ain't reporting it.
Thank you. I had my last court hearing, I think the end of January. The first one was in September. The second one was in January. Of course, Precious Angel Parker wasn't there, and the judge asked me, have you been assigned to GAL? I said, no, I don't even know what the hell that is. About a week or two later, I got a call from the GAL. The GAL basically let me know, his thing was and is, hey, look, man, I'm working for the sake of the child. Damn you, damn the mom. I'm working for the sake of Justice Orion Parker Whitaker. But seeing that you filed this case legally, I gotta make this happen now. Because now you done put up paperwork. So that's okay. He says, so now I gotta find her. I'll get in touch with you when and or if I'm able to find her. No problem. And honestly, the courts basically said, yeah, well, she ain't here and we can't make her be here. We don't know where she is. I call bullshit, but all right. The GAL reaches out to me about a week or two later after the court hearing. I'm like, oh.
We really thought it was gonna take longer than that. But actually the guy said it was gonna take a little longer.
So when this dude said, you know, I kind of got some leads here, I'm gonna do what I need to do to find her. Hey, no problem. I appreciate you. My man gets back in touch with me Friday, March 8th. He let me know, first of all, he called me Tuesday, March 5th and let me know, hey man, I found Precious Angel Parker. I talked to her. He said, I gotta holler at her on Tuesday. I'm gonna holler back at you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait a minute, before you go there, can you tell us when he said he found her? Like, was there anything that came up for you at that moment? Because before that, we didn't, I mean, you know she wasn't in Wisconsin, but you didn't know where she was. You didn't even know how she was. So when he told you that he found justice, how did that make you feel?
My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off. I don't know why. Blocked me on social media, and right now, this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
Who are you? I am a black woman. I am gorgeous.
There you go.
I am number one at what I do. I'm the shit. That's what makes me great. I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. Get to know me. On purpose.
On purpose, goddamn.
Joe. Blackula. Dobson Mars.
I just had to get this off my chest. Cause niggas got to feel how I feel.
So when he told you that he found justice, how did that make you feel?
I went through a bevy of emotions. I was excited, I was afraid, I was angry, I was relieved. One of the things the GAL asked me, he said, did you make any steps to try to get in touch with the mother? The short answer is yes. I sent text messages, I sent email. I hate Facebook with a passion, but while I still had my account, I sent her messages through Facebook. I even sent snail mail, which came back to me returned to sender. Let's be more specific. In 2019, this is what I was doing. In 2018, this is what I was doing. Mind you, like I told you, the last time I saw my daughter was October 13th, 14th. I'm pretty sure it was the 14th, 2018. And I immediately after that, maybe a day or two later, was trying to get it established with her mother. Hey, when can I see her again? Got nothing. Nothing. Matter of fact, what am I talking about? I got receipts because of the fact I wanted justice to come that summer of 2018. I still got the screenshots, woman, of when I asked if she could come stay with me for the summer and I wanted to put her in a summer camp, and you was like, oh no, that's not happening. And at that point, she put the clamps on me saying, as a matter of fact, I don't want her coming back to Chicago anymore. The only way you're gonna see her is you have to come here. My thing with this woman was, and I remember having a discussion with my ex-wife at the time, maybe she could at least start meeting us halfway. I'm like, this woman is not going to do anything to make it easy for me. I did not saying that hoping that she wouldn't. I just know how vengeful and spiteful this woman is. So not only did I always have to go to Wisconsin driving from Chicago, it's I think it's like 98 miles from door to door to pick her up, which I had no problem with. Let me say that much. No problem with it. I enjoyed it. But for her to say to me, I don't even want you to bring her back to Chicago anymore. You want to see her? You better get here early and leave here late, nigga. The anger and the venom I had in my heart then, and I still got it now, God damn it, towards this broad that would set her mouth to say that to a man that wants to be a father. You mad at me because of the fact I didn't want to be a father to your son who has a father. that you cut off. You understand me? Ain't no telling what the scenario is with AJ, and you know who I'm talking about. Justice told me you were pregnant with twins when I went to pick her up. You understand? That's the key reason why you ain't want me to see you. Bottom line is this. You got a history, woman, of cutting off fathers for whatever reason to your children. I'm in my feelings right now. So let me get back to the facts here. The GAL called. He hit me back on Friday the 9th. And basically let me know I talked to the mother, I talked to Justice. She does not want to see you. She feels that her life is good right now, and she doesn't feel the need to have you in her life. And in that moment, as me being the son of James Orange and Rita Louise, man, that was Friday. Today is Monday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. How long does it take for your heart to get over the death of a loved one? Understand this much. I am still in it. Had a long weekend. To the average person, it might have seemed like a week. I'm still reliving that voice in my ear telling me in the bathroom at my job saying that, in a sense, my translation was and is, your daughter has said that her life is better off without you. Once again, that was Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was only been 3 calendar days. You do the math. 72 hours really don't sound that long, is it? Because it's not. I'm still in it. I'm still hurting as if I physically saw my mother dead at the top of the stairs at 7653 South Dobbs. That visual. I'm still in the moment when I had to say out of my physical mouth to the doctors for my father to tell them, take him off life support. My mother didn't make that call. His brothers didn't make that call. I said it because I know what that man told me if it came to that. So I'm still reliving that pain. I am scorched on the inside because of the fact that I did not create this situation. Now let's continue with the call. Thankfully, the GL said, well, I'm gonna call her back in 2 weeks, because this all is new information. She may feel different. And I honestly can't say that I wasn't prepared for that type of reaction. But on the flip side, man, I don't care how long you got a loved one that's sick in the hospital and they letting you know, they got about a month, a week, a day to live. You can prepare yourself for it, but don't nothing prepare you for when they say they're gone. Now I can understand the mindset of how someone could say, well, how can you compare one to the other because of the way that I feel? I know the way my heart dropped when them nurses at Jackson Park Hospital, as I was sitting in that room by myself, the lady came out and said, are you the son of Rita Whitaker? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, are you here by yourself? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, Rita's gone. To have that feeling in that room by yourself at that moment. Most of the time with our black families, it ain't never just one person there to get that. It's either somebody else or the community is there. The village, that's the word I was looking for. Some source. It ain't gotta be a big village. Be 2, 3, 4 people. I was there by myself. What does one thing got to do with the other? I got this tragic information from this court-appointed GL, this attorney, as I'm standing in the bathroom at my job by myself. To hear these words, she feels that her life is better without you at this point. It took everything in me just to stay standing on my feet. And you talking about having the wind knocked out of you, I might as well got hit with an airplane or hit with an asteroid. There you go. So for me to say that the wind was knocked out of me is an understatement. But I immediately did my best to regain my composure. My question was her mother there with her? And he said, yeah. I got foggy in the conversation after that, and I think he said something about, he said that she has ways of getting in contact with you. I can give her your number, and she can call you if she wants to, but that's what they've been saying from the jump. Look, she's this age. She's 15 years old. We can't make her call you. There's where I get pissed off with the whole, what are y'all even doing? They've been telling me since we filed this paperwork, as well as I had friends saying, well, Justice is 15. She'll be 18 and she'll be. No. Here was my thought. Go fuck yourself.
I'm just saying.
This was told by friends, associates. The courts, same court that we talking about, said the same thing. And I'm like, what the hell? Man, she is gonna be 18. I had the attorneys tell me that. Well, at the time she was 13. Yeah, she's 13. And she's 14. I mean, you just wait 4 years and just, why even go through this? Go fuck yourself. This is my daughter here. I've heard from every woman that girls from the ages of 12 to 17 need their father.
Damn it.
And as a man who was once a boy at 12 years old, I remember the difference between the girls between 12 and 17 that had fathers in their lives from the girls that didn't, or the ones that had suspect father figure activity or whatever the hell. So this is something that I know, that I knew. And one thing that I do know is that my daughter needs me as well as I need her. So when my man, the GL, pretty much said to me, look, I'll holler back at her in 2 weeks and see what her feeling is. And I said, all right. But here was the thing, and which is the reason why I prefaced all of that with this. He said to me, she says that she doesn't know who you are. And if there was one thing that made me smirk was this. That was her catch line. And I'm dealing with the same Justice Orion Parker Whitaker.
My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off, I don't know why, blocked me on social media, and right now this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
We gotta do some more Jointly Disconnected.
We really do.
Yeah, I think we got a lot to talk about. Jointly Disconnected, coming to a TV near you soon.
Coming to a distributor.
Coming to a distributor near you soon.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Not up in here!
That's where the content gonna come in at.
That's a dope plug.
Yeah, it is. That's where the content. Jonathan, you have to remember, crust has to be crunchy.
Joe Blackula.